First, breaking news, Rhode Island's Department of Health is reporting 18 new deaths as the result of COVID-19. I'm Shannon Heggie.
And I'm Mike Montecalvo. It's the highest one-day number reported so far. The health department says all 18 deaths were at nursing homes. The state's death toll is now more than 100.
And the number of people in the hospital continues to increase. It's at 245 with 61 patients in intensive care.
The health department reported 309 new positive cases today, taking the state's total to more than 3,800. And today, the governor also provided an update on when the state thinks coronavirus will peak in the Ocean State.
Eyewitness News reporter Ted Nesi joins us live from the State House with more on that. Ted?
Good evening, Shannon. Mike, the numbers the governor put out today are sobering, though there is a lot of uncertainty around them. She says the state's best estimate right now shows that over 2,000 Rhode Islanders would die of COVID-19 by October, and under a worst-case scenario, it would be more than 4,000.
It is now in a place where I feel comfortable to put something out to the public.
For the first time, Governor Gina Raimondo shares her administration's internal forecasts on the coronavirus pandemic. The numbers developed in collaboration with researchers at Brown and other universities.
There are a lot of models out there. You've seen them all. By the way, none of them is perfect.
This chart shows when the governor's team thinks COVID-19 hospitalizations will peak in Rhode Island. The blue line, showing the most likely scenario, sees over 2,200 people in the hospital as of May 3rd. The red line, a worst-case scenario, would mean over 4,300 people hospitalized later this month.
The biggest difference between the blue line and the red line is the degree to which we obey the social distancing stay-at-home order. If we keep doing what we're doing, stay at home, washing our hands, working from home, I actually think our actual experience will be even better than the blue line.
The projections help explain why the White House's coronavirus task force coordinator, Dr. Deborah Birx, said Wednesday she has unique concerns about the situation in Rhode Island.
First, they had increasing cases from the New York City area, and now they have new increasing cases from the Boston area. They're caught between two incredible hot spots in the country.
Birx had spoken earlier in the day with Health Department Director Dr. Nicole Alexander-Scott.
And she acknowledged the tremendous work that's going on here and the density of our population and how that adds a level of challenge to what we need to do.
Now, going back to the state's models, the governor said previous forecasts, which were not shared publicly, looked much worse before compliance with her stay-at-home order began to rise. Now, the next question you may have is, what does all this mean for the school year in Rhode Island after the current closure ends? I'll have the governor's latest thinking on that coming up at 5:30. Live at the State House, Ted Nesi, Eyewitness News. Shannon, it's one of the questions we get a lot. Will Rhode Island school buildings reopen after May 1st, or could they remain closed for the entire rest of the school year? Today, the governor gave an update on her thinking about all that.
I had hoped to be able to make an announcement this week giving guidance for the rest of the school year. But I'm going to hold off on that until probably next week. And I'm sorry that that's frustrating, because I know everybody wants to plan. But I'm going to be very honest with you. This is a huge decision. This is a huge decision. Not only are we talking about 142,000 school kids and all of the teachers and custodians and folks that work in the buildings, but it's also childcare. You know, it's very, very difficult for people to work if schools are closed, particularly for young children, and they don't have childcare. So it weighs on me, and I want to get it right, or I want to do the best job I can to get it right. But I need a little more time to look at the evidence, to look at the facts. I am not willing to throw in the towel yet and say school's out for the rest of the year. I'm just not there yet. I don't know that that will be necessary, and I don't know that that's the right thing to do for Rhode Island, for all of Rhode Islanders, parents, kids, educators. So I'm going to hold steady right now for where we are, distance learning till the end of April. I'll be back next week with more guidance. Because I'm not, as I say, I'm not ready to throw in the towel. I will say this. I get daily reports on distance learning, and you're doing a fantastic job.
And of course, the reopening of school buildings also an issue in Massachusetts, where they are also scheduled to remain closed into the beginning of May. Governor Charlie Baker said today he is also still deciding what to do and will have more to say soon, but he did not give any further details. Live at the State House, Ted Nesi, Eyewitness News.